Okay, so we're live. It's been a while we did this, so you guys will pardon me. But anyways, good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us again as we begin the spring session with the LSI. Um, Today we have an amazing guest in the house. Thank you so much, Ma, for agreeing to come on today to speak to us, speak to parents, and speak to the children and students as well as they start the new school year. Um, we're very grateful to have you. My name is Bumi Bossadi, and I'm here as the host. And we'll be talking today about tips on getting children ready for the new school year. And I have today an amazing guest, as I mentioned earlier. Good morning, Mark. Can you please introduce yourself?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Banke Kunle Oladoshu. First of all, I would want to thank Lifting Stripes Initiative for giving me the platform to share my expertise on what I'm very passionate about. So, my country of origin is Nigeria. All of my formal education was done in Nigeria. I have a bachelor's of education in Nigeria. It was completed in Nigeria. I have a master's in education from University of Ibadan in Nigeria. And then upon relocation to Canada, I had to retrain myself. I've completed additional qualifications in special education, teaching English language as a second language. I have had to attend and learn through professional development workshops and conferences. And currently, right now, or prior to coming to Canada, I was a teacher in Nigeria. I taught with Chrisland Schools, VGC, Victoria Garden City, in Nigeria, and then relocating to Canada. I'm also a teacher. I've been with the Peel District School Board for over 16 years. And
Wow.
working with the board, I have worked in different capacities. I was a grade 6 teacher. I was a grade 7 teacher. I was an in-school, and I'm still an in-school support teacher. I've taught ESL as well. I was an ESL teacher, and currently, right now, I serve as a guidance counselor in an elementary school with the board. I've been in that capacity this is my 4th year. Also, I am currently the vice president for the Nigerian Canadian Teachers Association here in Canada. And on that platform, we do have over 30 active members who are educators and administrators within the GTA. And our goal is to support Black excellence. We foster and we try our best to develop brilliant minds, particularly in the area of STEAM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. We provide bursary scholarship to Black students who decide to pursue post-secondary education. So I'm here, and we're all here to help our kids. More importantly, one of my desire, or one of the things that I strive to do, is to learn, because someone once said that the illiterate of the 21st century is not the person who cannot read and write, but somebody who is not able to learn, relearn, and unlearn. So I try my best to learn all the time, relearn and unlearn. So that's who I am in
Thank
a
you.
nutshell.
Thank you so much. That's quite a robust resume. Thank you
I'm still
so much, and
learning.
thank you, thank you so much, man. Thank you for agreeing to join us today to speak to our parents and the children as well. Now, I know that from listening to your resume, you've worked in various capacity as a teacher, as a guidance counselor, um, all round. So you kind of have a vast knowledge in regards why we're here today. So I'm just quickly going to ask. So as a guidance counselor, what is kind of your day-to-day activities? What is it like?
Hmm. First of all, I want to say that as a guidance counselor, you just have to be flexible and be open-minded, because you don't know what the day is going to look like. Your day is not really usually predictable. It's dependent on the kids that walk through the door. However,
Okay.
having said that, my goal every day is to create that sense of belonging for every child. Every child needs to feel welcome at the school. They need to feel inclusive. They need to feel safe. They need to be respected. So as a guidance counselor, my goal is to create that sense of belonging. One of my goals every day is to create that sense of belonging for every child. I strive to develop relationship with the students. I love to talk with them because when you talk to them, when you listen to them, when you show empathy and respect them, they open up and express how they are feelings. They tell you a lot of things. So my space is an open space, very welcoming to kids, developing relationship with them. I check in with them regularly. I'm in the classroom. I'm a very familiar face. I'm very visible and present in the building, particularly with my junior and intermediate students. I'm in the classroom. I'm in the hallway. I'm in the office. I'm with parents. I forgot to mention that I'm also the lead teacher at my school for the Black Students Family Advisory Council and the Black Students Association at my school. So I'm very, very present with the families. I'm present with the kids. I also support academic needs. I help kids with completing assignments, projects, and all of that. Emotional needs too. I deliver mental health literacy lessons in the classroom, teaching kids what is stress, how can we deal with stress, helping them to develop coping strategies for any anxious feelings that they might have. I connect with community agencies around my school just so we can tap into that many resources that they have available for families, for parents, for students as well. For example, I'm able to connect with an association called the Big Brothers Big Sisters of Peel, where they come to my school to help kids develop that social relationship, to help them have, again, that sense of belonging. So I have the boys group, I have the girls group at my school, and all of that is made available to the student based on the community resources or the community agencies that exist around my school. So I connect with community agencies. I also, one of my job responsibilities as a guidance counselor is to help educate and share with students transition, I want to call it post-elementary career pathways. So meaning that my job is to expose and make them aware of all the available opportunity or all the available career pathways we have. I'm a big fan of the skill trades, regional programs, all of that, many programs, STEAM, like the science, technology, engineering, mathematics, where we don't have a lot of marginalized kids in that program. So I try my best to connect with families, with students, exposing them to all the different career pathways we have available.
I'm so excited that you mentioned having to connect them to, the post elementary school pathways that are available to them. Mm-hmm. And I think we're going to bring you back to discuss about, I heard you talk about trade. I know we're kind of diverting from what we have on our agenda, but from my cultural background, which is Nigerian, and I also know that you're Nigerian as well, there's this perception that we parents don't want our kids to go into trades. I don't know why, but I think we need kind of an enlightenment on what exactly trade is and how they can succeed in that area as well. Because the truth is, not every child can be a lawyer or a doctor or an engineer. So I'm going to bring you back to come have that conversation with us one of these days. But to get to our first question on the list. Oh, okay. I think we have a technical glitch. Okay. We're having some technical issues, so we would wait for our guest speaker to join us back. And while we do that, if you have any questions, please go ahead and put your questions in the comment section. Our guest speaker will be attending to the question during the Q&A session. Okay. And welcome everyone. Thank you all for joining. Thank you for being here. We're excited to have you join us today. We're not sure what's happening with our internet, but we're here. Okay. Just a second. But can you hear me? Just to be sure that everyone can hear me. Can you please, if you can hear me, can you just put maybe thumbs up or yes we can, something on the chat box, so we know that you can. Oh, okay. Thank you so much. Benny says internet is fine. We just lost our guest speaker. Hoping she's able to join us back shortly. Okay, so give us 1 second. We're trying to sort out the technical issues that we're currently having at this time. Okay, so guest speaker will be joining us in about 2 minutes. She's having issues with her internet, so we'll wait for her to join. But while we wait for her to join, please, if you have any questions, please put them in the chat box, so when she joins, she's able to attend to those. Our topic today is tips on how to get your kids ready for the new school year. And our guest speaker today is a guidance counselor who has also worked in various capacity as a teacher within the Canadian school system. So she has a vast knowledge and ideas on how to help her kids, get them back into the school grooves, what arose her as a guidance counselor. Should be here to talk about that and how to help the kids in every area and aspect that they would need as they get back to school. Okay, so she is here, so I'm going to add her back. Okay.
I'm very sorry. It was internet. I apologize. I do apologize, please.
No problem. No problem. No problem. Thank you so much and welcome back. So we can get back to it. We're talking at that point. I'm not sure if you heard me saying that we will be having you come back to talk about the skilled trades and all the programs that you had mentioned earlier. Because like I said, as Nigerian parents, sometimes we just feel that it's either kids are lawyers or doctors or engineers, and every other profession to us doesn't really count. But I'm happy that you spoke about the skill and all that. So back to our question. My question to you was, as a guidance counselor, what are the common trends that you would find with children as they return back to school?
Okay, so as parents, we have to realize that the school is a social institution for students, for staff, for everybody. We love to socialize as human beings. So when it's time to go back to school, the kids are excited. It's for some, it's excitement. They're excited to meet their old friends. Some are excited to make new friends. Some struggle. Some struggle. Just 2 days ago, I had a student who was struggling because she had a friend last school year who, over the summer break, made new friends, wanted to be with her new friends. She felt excluded. She was looking for me. Where's Mrs. K? Where's Mrs. K? So she eventually found Mrs. K. And I said, oh, why are you crying? This person was my friend before, and I know them, but doesn't want to be my friend anymore, and all of that. So for some students, it's mixed feelings. So my job is to help those type of students navigate friendship groups, making friends. So eventually with that student, we had to come up with a strategy and a plan. And I had to call the other student who was a friend from last school year. And then we came up with a plan and a script to say, okay, do this, do this, do this. And then I'm going to be outside during supervision. I'm going to be walking around. I'm going to see if I can find you. And if I find you, I'm not going to come look for you. Just give me a thumbs up and let me know if things are going well, and give me a thumbs down if things are not going well. If things are not going well, that means that we need to do something else. So I was able to find that student, and she gave me a thumbs up, and I knew and she was smiling. They were all okay and all of that. So for some students, it's excitement. For some students, it's mixed feelings. I don't know what to expect. I don't know if my friends will still want to be with me. And as kids, they want to be accepted. They want to belong. So they want to socialize. They want to make new friends and all of that. So sometimes it's mixed feelings. Sometimes it's excitement. Sometimes it's worry. So as educators in the building, we have to come up with a plan or a strategy to help those kids, to help them feel that sense of belonging.
Thank you so much. And I totally agree with you. Like for my daughter, her going into, so she's now in grade 8. And when she found out she was going to be in a particular class, there was this mixed feelings. So I knew that I needed to be there for her for that first week of school.
Yeah.
To kind of, give her that assurance it's going to be fine. And particularly because they're used to a particular set of people. And now when they are not in the same class as their friends, they begin to panic because of that community that they've built around themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So that takes me to my next question. As parents, how do we help our kids get through such phase and such phase, and what can we do as parents to support them?
So as parents, what I would say is relationship. We need that relationship with our kids. It's not just a case of asking them when they get back from school to say, how was your day today? It was okay. Kids will just give you one answer. No, you have to dig deeper. You have to be available for them as parents. Develop that relationship with them. Find out how school was. Not just it was okay. What was okay about it? What was your favorite part of the day today? What was the least favorite part of the day for you today? Ask questions. Dig deeper to find out their feelings. Oh, you're with Miss XYZ. How do you, was it different from last year? Do you like your class? What is it that you like about your class? Have you made friends? Did you see anybody like you like? Ask questions and develop that relationship with your kids. Another thing I would like to say is the school, reach out to the school. I've seen, or we've had instances of where we've had to organize a visit to the school before the start of the school year for some kids. And again, it comes to this anxiety and these mixed feelings. So we ask them, do you want to come before September? Do you want to come? Because teachers are at school the last 2-3 weeks before school starts, where they're setting up the school. So do you want to come to the school to take a tour of the building, to see your classroom, to see your lockers, to see the bathroom, to see the office? So ask the school, reach out to the school. Sorry, my child has these feelings about school. I'm wondering how you guys can help my child. So reach out to the school. We are more than happy to collaborate with you and find out or come up with a creative way to help your kid move in or transition smoothly into the school year as seamless as possible, because it's of anxiety for the child. So we have to find ways to help the child settle in very well.
Thank you so much. And I like the fact that, you mentioned that parents get involved. We
Mm-hmm.
understand that, it's a lot having to go to work, and you have to take care of bills, you have things, the home front and all that. But there's nothing like getting involved,
Mm-hmm.
because it is when you get involved that you actually know what's going on in that child's life outside the home, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I'm also a very big advocate of parents get involved,
Mm-hmm.
like going to the school, have a one-on-one, request a one-on-one with the teacher,
Mm-hmm.
right? Have the teacher's email contact, and sometimes just shoot an email just saying, just checking in, hope everything is good with my son or my daughter, hope they're doing well. Please, if there's
Exactly.
any way you want us to come in as parents to help, or there's anything you want us to work on from the home front, please let us know, right? There's no harm in doing, and I can assure you, no teacher would see such gesture from a parent that would be will not love it. They actually
Absolutely.
would love it, the fact that they can communicate, and that they see parents that want to be involved in their children's academic, social life. They're always excited to have those conversations.
Absolutely. And I'd just like to add this as well. The school needs, we're craving to work with the parents. We need to work with the parents so that the kid can be successful. That's our goal. We're looking for creative ways to work with parents. When parents are involved, the kids, the students, they thrive, they're successful. The school does not have all the answer. And parents know their kids the best. You are the parent, you know your kid the best. We're here as a school to work in collaboration with the parents so that we can find different options or different avenues to help the child to be successful. Get into the school, ask questions. We're there to serve you. We're there to serve, we're employed to serve you. So go into the school, ask questions respectfully. You're asking questions about the curriculum. And particularly in Ontario, there's been changes in the curriculum in the last few years. We have a new curriculum in language, we have a new curriculum in math, and all, even in geography and social studies. So go in and ask about the curriculum content. What is this, what is the class like? What is the teacher doing in terms of delivering the content? How can I help my child? Ask for long range plans. Ask for long range plans. What are we doing first semester so I can help my child at home? Be involved. Be a part of the parent council. Ask questions, because you know your child the best. The school is looking for creative ways to work with the parents so that the kid can be successful. So when parents are there, then even data shows it that parents that are involved in the life of a child, particularly in the education of the child, those kids are very successful. So I know it's a lot of time, it takes a lot of time away from us, but the commitment in terms of time, in terms of involvement, it does. I've seen it over the years. It does help the kid. It really, really helps them. And I
Yeah.
can begin to give examples and examples. Like I said earlier on, the lead teacher for the Black Families Advisory Council, there have been instances when I've had to organize a book. Like my school is a very new school in terms of location. So we have this new library where we're looking for ways to get parents involved. And we came up with the idea of having Black families select books for our new library at the school. And then we gave them book plates to autograph the book, come with their kids. It was an evening of book selection at a bookstore. It wasn't at my school. We had to invite them to a bookstore to select books for our library. The parents were happy, the kids were happy. Now, when students check out the book that a parent selected for a library, the kids are they're proud. It comes to the sense of pride. Oh, my mom or my dad picked out that school for a school library because the parent's autograph is on that book. So when kids sign out those books and they see their family name engraved on the book, it gives them a sense of pride to say, oh, my family selected that book for our library. So we have to look for ways to involve parents. That's the bottom
Thank
line.
you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Like, I totally agree. Join parent council. Join parent council. There's no other way you can get involved and know what's happening in your children's school than being a part of that decision making. Do not wait till when you have issues before you contact or get in touch or communicate with your children's school. Do not wait. Do not wait, because I see that trend a lot. Oh, they did this to my child, so I'm going to the school. I'm going to do an email. Don't wait till then. You have a lot of opportunities to get involved. I know sometimes some schools will need volunteers in one program or the other, and they reach out to parents. Please find time and be part of whatever's going on in your children's school. It would help also be involved in their life, right? So that brings me to my next question, and that is you've spoken about a lot about the school, what the school is doing for the kids. Now, my question is there any time? Now, I'm not talking about a child being in trouble and the kids need to, the school needs to reach out. Is there any time that the school would kind of notice that probably this child is not being social, this child is antisocial, this child is having kind of anxiety issues, this child is having a problem in, communicating and getting involved? Will the school normally reach out as a guidance counselor when you notice things like that, and you've tried as a guidance counselor? Is there opportunities to reach out to the parents to say, okay, this is what we have noticed, and can we have a conversation? Does that happen?
Absolutely? Yes, it does. So we do have instances of where at the get-go we notice students who I want to use the word isolate themselves away for whatever reason. It could be for whatever reason, trauma, whatever reason, different reasons. We have seen it during recess, for example. They are by themselves, tucked away in one corner. They don't want to be with anyone. They just want to be by themselves. And again, we look for ways, we look for strategies to have them engage and collaborate with peers. And I've had to do a lot of things. Like I said, I reach out to community agencies before. I have girls group, I have boys group. And if that is still an issue, if the child is still not able to socialize, yes, we do schedule a meeting. If we've tried the strategies and all of that, we do schedule a meeting with the parents to say, this is our observation of your child. We want to know more because, again, like I said, you know your child the best. Do you see this at home? Does your child have a friend? Does he do extracurricular activities? Is he involved in the community? Because it's not just the school. You want an all-round child. So we ask questions because we want to know the child. How can we best support your child? If it's the same thing at home, then you can share with us what have you been doing to help the child at home so that we can also do the same thing at school. So yes, we do reach out to parents to say, this is our observation. We don't know if it's the same thing you observe at home. If it is the same thing, what have you been doing? And if whatever you've been doing, has it been successful? If it has been successful, can you share those strategies with us so that we can try that at school as well? Does he or she have a friend at school that we can place them together in the same classroom? Because that would help. Do you know anybody that has similar interests like your child at our school so that we can place them together, or we can create a club where those similar interests, where they can navigate together and all of those type of stuff? So yes, to answer your question, we do reach out to families because it's ongoing. It has to be ongoing. It's not a one-time thing. So yes, we do reach out to families to ask them about what they observe about their child at home, what strategies work best for the child at home so we can try at school. And then we go back and we try. And if it works, everybody's happy, the child is happy, and all of us, we are all happy. And if it doesn't work, we go back again and say, we've tried all of this. This is still our observation. What can we do?
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's good to learn that, because sometimes as parents, you kind of, okay, not hearing from the school except when there are issues with the kids. That's when the school would reach out. But it's good to know that there's also policies where you're able to reach out to say, okay, I think this child has one or two issues that we want to discuss and how to help that child kind of overcome whatever problems they're facing. So now it's a new school year. Everybody's, trying to get back to this groove of having to study, homework, stay in class for 5-6 hours after being on vacation, and sometimes my kids during summer, I hope they don't get to listen to this part, they don't wake up until midday because they go to bed really. And when I complain, they say, Mom, I'm on holiday. It's summer. Allow me. And I'm like, okay, okay. So now that it's back to having to wake up early, get to school, do your homework, stay in class, stay away from phones, stay away from games and all that. What are the tips that you have? So let's start with the children. What are tips, advices, suggestions, strategies you have for those children to get back to that learning mode, to get back to, okay, now it's my club. I have to decide on what club to join. I have to decide on the sport to become a part of. Now it's no longer the TV and the games and the sleep all through the day. What are the tips and strategies?
This school year is going to be an interesting one because of cell phone. I have to be upfront with that. No more cell phones in the classroom. Kids are going to struggle with that because we all know as parents, as educators, that's their area of strength. They are very good with technology. But again, it is also their weakest point. They don't know because cell phone is designed to be addictive. They don't know when to put it away. They don't know the screen. They're glued to their screen. So my number one tip is for students to manage their time wisely. Manage your screen time wisely. Don't procrastinate. Do not procrastinate because it's going to keep piling up. Work is going to, particularly the intermediate and those in high school, work will begin to pile up very soon. It's going to start piling up. So do not procrastinate. Manage your time wisely. Manage your time. Know when to put the cell phone away. If you need your parents to help you with that, reach out to your parents. Say, Mom, at 9 o'clock, can you come take away my device? Because they don't know when to put it away. I've seen instances where kids are playing games up until 4 a.m. and they come to school in the morning, they're sleeping in the classroom. And I said, why are you sleeping? I asked them. I was playing a game up until 3 a.m. with XYZ. I'm like, are you kidding me? So we need to help them as students. My advice, number one advice is manage your time wisely, particularly when it comes to the use of device. Do not procrastinate. Work very hard. Work extremely hard. Hard work is good. And this is the age you can work hard. Don't wait till the last minute to start running after your grades. Because when you're looking to go into any of these regional programs, any of these post-secondary programs, they're looking for all-round students, not just academics. So when I say time management, you have to be able to manage your extracurricular time, your studying, like academic time as well. So don't procrastinate, manage your time wisely, work hard, study hard. Whatever you choose to do, do it diligently. Do it diligently. Be the best. Be the best. When you're at school, ask your teachers. We like students who show up and say, Miss, do you need help with anything? Miss, do you want me to help you with this? Miss, can I do this? Miss, I want to start a club. Even if your school does not have that club and you want to start that club, go for it. Go for it. Do it. Ask. Let your face be around the school in a good way. In a good way. Do not be in the office for a bad reason. When you're at the office, you're like, oh, people are singing praises of you everywhere. And again, I want to emphasize the need to choose your friends wisely. Choose your friends wisely. Choose friends that are similar-minded like you. Choose friends that would add value to you. Be careful with your friends. Okay, I know social acceptance is a big deal, particularly for post-elementary students and intermediate students. Social acceptance is a big deal, but choose your friends wisely, okay? Similar-minded friends, value-added friends, friends that can help you to navigate things that you like, okay? Things that you enjoy doing. So I think just right away, those would be the things that I would say. Choose your friends wisely, manage your time very well, do not procrastinate, work hard, be good in all that you do and be diligent, because your work will speak for you. People will ask, Oh, who did that? Who was that? Like it's gonna go after you. Make sure wherever your name is being mentioned, it's for a good reason. Okay.
Thank
So
you so much.
that would be my advice to the students.
Thank you so much. I was going to, I'm so glad that you added the friendship part, because I was going to also say that there's no way you move with the people that would play games till 4 a.m. and not be drawn to playing games with 4 a.m. So the minute you begin to move with people that sleeps, that know that they have to sleep at 9 or 10 and have their brain rested so they're able to function in school, you will begin to think that way as well. So the people you move with is very, very also important, especially for youth, to their success, because I know that there's a lot of, like you said, rightly said, social acceptance. It's a thing right now within our youth out there. Thank you so much for those tips and strategies. And now we're going to flip it to the parents. So you've mentioned so much that the kids can do to succeed in this new school year, to get back to studying and doing their homeworks and making sure that they submit and put in their assignment, their homeworks on time, and be active within the school community. As parents, how do we support them on this agenda? How do we make this agenda a success for them?
So for parents, it's commitment. I'm going to use that word commitment. For parents, if you don't take anything out of this conversation this morning, I would like you to take the word commitment. And when I say commitment, I mean commitment to your child, commitment to the success of your child. Be committed to them, to their success. Committed time commitment. You have to make time out for them. I said earlier on that you know your child the best. You know them so much more than the school. Find time for them. Find time for your children. Find time for them. And when I say find time for them, know what is happening with them. Develop that relationship with them. It's going to take away a lot of time from you, but you have to make do with that time for them. They need you, particularly at the very early stage of their life. Even though sometimes some of our kids project themselves as not needing counsel, as not needing you as a parent, that they've been able to figure it out. But I can tell you over the years, they need the parents. There's a place for parents in their life. I cannot overemphasize that part. Most of our kids, particularly those in high school and intermediate, they feel they figured it out, but they haven't. They haven't. Make time for them. Know your child. Develop that relationship with them in a very respectful and friendly manner. I know I'm from Nigeria. My country of origin is Nigeria. Sometimes you can't, because if you don't know them, you push them away and they seek counsel from elsewhere, which probably doesn't align with your own values. So you want to make sure you foster them with love, you care for them. And the only way you can show that, or one of the ways you can show that, is by making time available for them. Sit with them, read books to them, expose them to books. Expose them to books. As a parent, take them to the public library. Sure, let them have a library card. Library, it's free. It's free. When my kids were growing up, library was our next home. My kids had library cards from, I kid you not, maybe from age 4 or 5. Surround them with books, because knowledge comes from there. Let them be exposed to a lot of things, because that they know that you value education. Once they know that you value education, then they know that, oh, I better get this done, because otherwise my mom will not be happy with me, or my dad will not be happy with me. My parents will not be happy with me. So expose them to books, share knowledge with them, find time for them, be involved at the school level, at the community level, be involved. We at the school level are there to serve you as a parent. Let your face be visible in a very good way at the school. You're not there to in a disrespectful way. You're there to ask questions, and you're allowed to ask clarifying questions. I know some parents have kids who are special education. I know some kids have some parents have kids who are English language as a second learner. You have questions because maybe the country of origin where you're coming from is not the same educational system as what we have here. You're allowed to ask questions. Ask for a time to meet with the teachers. So you're developing relationship with the students, you're developing relationship with the school, with the teachers and staff, you're developing relationship with your own child. I cannot overemphasize that. Make out for them extracurricular activities as well. You're gonna need time. I see parents taking kids for basketball, for soccer, for dance, it's for volleyball. It's all about time. So making time out, enrolling them into swimming, everything. Ask. So that would be, I don't know if I covered everything, but commitment to time and being involved would be my major two tips for parents.
Thank you so much. And you're spot on. Commitment, involvement. For me too, they're priority on my list when it comes to having to help your kids scale in their academic and social life. Because the minute you get committed, they can also come to you and have that conversation. Mm-hmm. They can come to you and have that clarification conversation. They can come to you and have that advice conversation because they know you're involved. You have an idea what's going on. So they can come and say, oh, Mom, can I ask for your advice? Or what do you think about this? Right? And you can only, those kind of conversation can only happen when you're involved, when you actually know what's going on. But when you don't, and all you do is, oh, how are you? How was your day? Fine. And everybody goes their separate ways until when there's an issue in school, then you will not be able to suggest, to advise, be involved, be committed. It's a lot of work. There's no doubt about it. But I think the end result is worth it when you put it on a scale. So thank you so much, so much for coming on board today, for sharing with us from your wealth of knowledge. We're very grateful to have you. We're going to have you back, like I said earlier, because I want you to come talk about those special programs. I've had parents say, oh, I took my kids to private school because I feel the public school are not giving them what I want. They don't have all this diverse program. They don't. And I say, no, those things are there, but you haven't looked for it. You haven't done your research. You haven't asked, because my son was in the IB program, so I knew that kind of program existed. But some people don't even know what the IB program is. So we're going to come back and we're going to have a conversation around the special education programs and the trade skill, and kind of enlighten our parents on what all this are and how we can take advantage of it in whatever city or region they are living in. Thank you so much once again. We're very grateful and happy that you're here with us and for sharing with us. Any last words before we round up?
I just want to first of all apologize for the internet connection we had earlier on. It was poor connection. I apologize for that. And thank you so much for having me. Parents, please work in collaboration with your schools. As a school, we want to have the parents come in and ask us questions. We're there to serve you. We love your kids, but you love them the most. You know them the best. So reach out to the school if you have any questions. And please reach out to Lifting Stripes Initiative if you have questions that you need me to maybe follow up to answer. We don't have enough time to do that today. I'm more than happy to provide answers for you. Please, please, please help the kids. We want them to be successful. So please, please, please help them to be successful. And we at the school are happy to have them, as you can tell.
Thank you so much once again. And thank you everyone for joining us. This is going to be on YouTube, so you can always share and people can always have access to it after today. Have a good, wonderful day, everyone. And we're done for today. Thank you.
Thank you.